So, I kind of think it's time to change up the red fox strategy. We're like 750 foxes into the grind, and it's simply not producing. So, I kind of was thinking, we've been playing a lot of Yukon multiplayer anyway, and it might be worth running around and trying to kind of determine an ideal route to take to look for red fox, because what I've been doing in Yukon multiplayer primarily is just essentially wandering around and hoping to stumble into them. But I've done this before. Actually, it wasn't so much a red fox grind, but back when I initially was trying to get a diamond red fox, it was the last diamond that I ever got, I guess at the point where there were no new maps. I don't know exactly when I got it, but at the point when it was the only diamond I had never killed, it ended up being the last one. And I sort of went around on Hirschfelden, it was the only map that had red fox at the time, and found a bunch of zones and sort of did a similar thing. So we're going to run around on Yukon, and we're going to try to find some spots. And most Yukon servers that I join are in red fox rest times, so we're going to spend about like 20 minutes here roughly in their feed time, see if we can find anything, and then focus on the rest time for pretty much the rest of the stream. So I'm hoping for the best here. I don't really know what else to do. Like, the amount of tiny red fox we've shot is just insane. So this is going to be the move, and we'll see what we can manage. I just saw that. Boo instead of hi. Strelix, Kyla. What's up, Corpse? Now that I've spent 2.5 minutes explaining everything that's going on here today, how's everybody's Monday going? Hopefully it's going well. Hey, Dylan. Big hello from Alaska. That's gotta be cool, man. Hopefully you're, I don't know if you're living there or just staying there, but either way, hope you like it, as we're almost getting run over. You know, I had a couple of bison go aggressive the other day, like, unprompted. I didn't even know they did that. That was interesting. Just got farming sim and having so much fun. That might be one of the most addicting games I've ever played. There was a period of time, I'm gonna say it was summer of 2019. I was putting like 10 hours a day into it. It was not good. Like, I'd wake up, farm for about 5 hours, do whatever I had to do video work, and then do 5 more hours of farming sim before bed. Was nearly just real life farming amount of hours. This girl under a tree? I wish I was under that tree again. What's your favorite diamond or rare ever? To count out the Great One, because I feel like that's just the obvious answer there, the Piebald Diamond Whitetail on the Great One grind, because it was a live kill. We shot it live on Twitch, and I'm always going to have like a special place for like a live super rare kill. So I gotta go with that one. Do you play Call of Duty or anything like that? The closest thing would be Second Extinction, I guess, and it's really, you know, that's not PvP, but the closest thing to any kind of like shooter game I play is Second Extinction, and it's a lot of fun. At some point here, according to their roadmap, around September, they are going to be adding cross-platform, and assuming that I'm still playing the game and Kyla's still playing the game, we might have to do some streams over on Twitch for that. Chat's pretty quick today. We're getting to that point. Hype for the game is ramping back up again, and I'm quite excited about it. We got to see, I don't know if I've talked about it on stream, I guess I have. Friday, we got to see a lot of the new map from EW stream last week, and it is pretty intriguing. I'm hoping we find out more, I guess, tomorrow about when that map might come out and all of those kinds of things, but I'm excited for that, and that is one reason that we're putting so much time into Yukon right now, because I don't think we're far off from the new map, and I really, really, really want the Diamond Fox out of the way, if at all possible, before that map drops. Streams with you? Maybe so, Kyla, if you want to join. I'm not much good at Second Extinction by myself. When does the new map come out? Do you know? We don't have a release date. I don't know if you guys saw in the mod chat and Discord, by the way, but the release command was updated to basically say, there you go, Kyla's on it, don't worry about it. What sort of rare gold did you get there, Dylan? I didn't see what it was. Get that censor button ready. It'll be on Twitch, it's fine. I should actually record us playing just to listen back to what we say, because I'm curious if I say more than I'm aware of. It could be possible. The 30-30 is actually such a good gun. It's good in, like, shorter range circumstances. It's right there with the 243, but it's kind of limited on range, and I rarely use any weapons that are limited for range, because so often we're taking those longer shots. Check out this link below. Look at you go, Kyla. Texting? Typing the text, and then using the command, or texting. You can text if you want. The Discord link is expired. Okay, that is a thing that'll happen on occasion. I believe if you open the Discord app, copy that link, and then hit join server and paste the link in there, it should work, rather than actually clicking the link. It's been a long time since I've answered that question. I'm pretty sure that was the way around it. Do you have your own multiplayer server? Right now I'm just in single player. Run around hoping to find a couple of Red Fox feed zones. This kind of area that we're headed towards should be good for them, but we'll see. I don't have a ton of success in their feed time. I kind of know more about the rest zones. The plan is, once it gets to 7:30, I'm going to try fast traveling here and working our way up through this area. I just did it in multiplayer. Actually, wait. Okay, it just looks similar. I have one of the rest zones here, but like there was a line up through here of Red Fox rest zones, and considering I have one on my map already, that's certainly encouraging. But if we can find a good number of zones, and that can be a little route to take, it's not too far from where we shot the Diamond Fox in single player on Yukon like about 2 years ago. It was the other end of the swamp, like up in here somewhere. But if there's anything to, you know, hot spots and areas that big males can spawn, I could definitely see that being within that region. Oof. That's not good, Giancarlo. I have a story about that, but real quick, Non-Typical Nation, thank you for the super chat. What map do you recommend grinding fallow deer on? 100% Te Awaroa. It just has a ridiculous number of fallow deer. They're all pretty much on the east side of the map, east and south. If you hunt them during their drink time, like 9 to 11, they are literally everywhere. So good for them. Anyway, to go back to the level 9 fox thing, when I killed my diamond musk deer in October, late October of 2017, my next goal had been to get a diamond with a bow. Like, this was at a point where it didn't really seem feasible to try to get a diamond of every species. So I was just like, the next diamond I find, I'm going to try to shoot with a bow, and like that's going to be my next, I guess, achievement to work towards in Call of the Wild. And I found this level 9 fox on Hirschfelden, and I chased it around for forever, and I would have used the correct arrows, but I had kind of thought, you know, maybe if I can't get it, I'll shoot it with a 243, and at the time, that wasn't even allowed. So I would have done the exact same thing, essentially, messed it up with the wrong caliber, but I never found it again. I can't make a fallow guide without you, Kyla. It just simply would not be information coming from the most knowledgeable source. How silly would that be? I have a feeling you're gonna get a diamond red fox today. Man, I hope so. I was telling all the above, like, what my plan is for today, so essentially, anybody that wasn't here for the beginning of the stream, we are running around in single player, looking for zones that we can kind of search for later on in multiplayer. So a lot of zones are in very similar areas, if not the exact same place. And I did it before on Hirschfelden with Red Fox way back in the day on the old scoring system when I was looking for a Diamond Fox, and it was pretty consistent. Like, if I found a rest zone on Hirschfelden, I could go to that spot on another server and find that rest zone. So what I said was, you know, hopefully I can find some zones and then use those in multiplayer, but the real ideal is not so much doing that as it is finding zones and then just killing a diamond red fox in single player. That would be much, much nicer. Was that? Okay, that's Rocky. Never mind. Don't shoot Rocky. Where? I wouldn't mind shooting this one just because it's like a decent-ish male. We're not going to spend forever tracking him, but we have a feed zone here, so I'm going to try at least to screenshot some of these. But there's also going to be ones where I kind of feel like I know where they're going to be, and I just want to confirm that they're here. Good job, Acid. You're the only one that I watch playing this game because you're simply the best. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that, and hopefully the videos and streams and stuff can be helpful. We're not even on the same track anymore. We'll just kind of let that one go. We know it was a common, probably a 5 for my map, an 8 to 12 kg fox, but a common kind of average size one. I gave you a system to try. It's still all RNG. I really was gonna do it, but I feel like I'm at a point now where I need to try something else that may deliver quicker results. If we don't get it before the new map, you know, at some point this month, I probably will go back to the grind and go with that kind of system, but just because I feel like I'm pressed for time, I'm wanting to sort of move into multiplayer a little more. I've had some very good luck, and actually earlier today, well, today and last night, was last night? It might have been after midnight, doesn't matter. Within the last 12-ish hours, is the 5, by the way, who just got launched. I've had a couple of pretty nice Yukon kills to sort of add to what I think is going to be Wednesday's video, essentially trying to use whatever route we come up with from today's stream. It's been great. Like, multiplayer has produced a lot of good stuff. There's got to be a map out there that's got a diamond red fox on it, but we've had just about everything else first. We'll leave the female. No, we won't. Might as well get respawned. She's right there. If it's a group of them, it's usually best, it seems, to shoot them both. Small little female wolf. Where's our fox? The wolf might mess with us and make the fox flee for longer than it otherwise would. Technically have a channel. I see. Got trolled by a whitetail 247. Those are the worst. Like the ones that are... You just don't see a lot of level 3 whitetail, I feel like. It's kind of in the same category as, say, like a level 9 grizzly or red fox. Probably a little bit more common, but even still. The ones where you finally find a max level and expect it to make diamond, and then they still troll you. Kyla should record us playing Second Extinction. I think she should. The start of a little YouTube empire. In your opinion, which sounds better, M1 or Eckers? I think the Eckers sounds better. I use the M1 specifically for its follow-up shot capability. I like that it is able to pretty consistently, if there's a herd of animals, take 3 of them before they run. Because you'll notice, like, whitetail or whatever you're hunting, they'll kind of stand around for a moment after the initial shot, and the M1 has follow-up shots so fast that you can actually get 3 animals down. Are they all 6s? What the heck is going on there? That's the lamest pack of wolves I've ever seen. And a 2. Lovely. Some more over there. Well, I mean, for the sake of the wolf grind, where's the 2 at? Thank you for turning right when I finally decided to shoot. That was very kind of you. Alright. Well, I tried. Are these ones going to... Yeah, they fled. Okay, we're limited on red fox feed time, so I won't worry about that too much, but that was not the way that was supposed to go. Kyla with almost 400 subs and no videos is a little sus. Just gotta get on that level, man. What's up, bro? Been playing for a year and never had a diamond. I don't think that's too, like, out of the ordinary. It took me 8 months initially, but if you're really looking for a diamond, maps that tend to produce them quite often would be like Te Aroa, Silver Ridge Peaks. I would still say Parquet is pretty good for diamonds, and Virhunga, specifically because wildebeest exist, is a good diamond map as well. Are you doing more animal guides? I don't know that I'll have an animal-specific guide out until the next Truax species, but I do have every intention of doing a quick guide for Rancho del Arroyo when that comes out here, you know, in the next couple of weeks to months, depending on how far away that might be. What's up, Gabriel? Thank you for the super chat. Been a while since I've seen your live stream. Been a little while, but I'm glad you can make it. Hopefully it will be an interesting one. I think The feed time here at the very beginning might actually be the slowest part of this. 6:35 now, so about 15 minutes we'll be swapping to rest times, and I just think I know a little more about the rest zones from time spent in multiplayer, but not as much as I would like, which is why we're actually taking the time to do this today. Oh yeah, Quattro as well, especially for the Ibex. I don't think of Quattro that often. For some reason, like, I almost forget that it's a map. Every time we go there lately, we kill cool stuff. Like, we had the Diamond Wizard Wolf, we had the Piebald Mythical Red Deer. We shot a pretty huge Diamond Red Deer not that long ago, but I just, for some reason, don't spend enough time on that map. What's up, Eagle? How's it going, man? Is that the gold gun? It most certainly is. Stands out pretty well. Roast a Diamond Fox with a 470 Nitro. Just no fox left. There are wolves for days out here. Okay, so when we get back on the... There's a mythical. When we get back on the albino female wolf grind, we're just gonna hunt for fox. And we'll just find wolves everywhere we go. No problem. That's so odd. When I actually try to find them, I'm not nearly this efficient. Like, we've seen 25 wolves already. What's up, John? Have I missed much? Not really. A couple of red fox and a failed attempt at shooting a female wolf. Basically what we're doing today, if you missed the beginning of the stream, is trying to find a bunch more zones for red fox, doing that in single player, and then hopefully down the line we can kind of apply that to multiplayer. So I'm somewhat trying to determine like a good route to run, more so for rest times for red fox, but I wanted to look for any feed zones we can discover while we're here, just for zones that we may... Zones? Not zones. Servers that we may join that have feed zones active. What's up, Lucky? What is the best gun in the game? That's a tough question to answer. Because there are, I think, multiple guns that could fit that category depending on your definition of the best gun of the game. Like, if you want one gun that can kill everything, technically the drilling combination rifle can. With its ability to have birdshot, buckshot, and the 9.3 by 74 rifle rounds, it can take everything. It's kind of limited on the range, and I don't love it for some of the larger game like Water Buffalo and stuff. The 7mm, it's a base game weapon. You don't even have to buy a DLC for it, and it can cover pretty much any big game. And then a lot of people would probably argue the M1 because it's super good for grinding. It's in the Smoke and Barrels weapon pack, and it's a semi-automatic rifle, so you can get a lot of animals down in a short period of time. Love your videos. Keep up the awesome work. I'll do my best. Thank you, Bandito. Can all species below the max level make diamond? No, there's only certain ones that can. There's a lot of them. Most Truax species. Maybe all. Are there any Truax species that can never make diamond below max level? I don't think Blackbuck can. I can't think of a level for Diamond Blackbuck that was posted, but most of those, and a lot of the newer species, like pretty much anything released, I'm gonna say, to be safe, Silver Ridge Peaks and onwards, really Quattro and onwards, most below max level, Truax or not, can make diamond. I'm gonna say though, count any animals that max at level 9 out of that. Red Deer can't as well. Mule Deer level 4? See, I'm not sure about the Mule Deer. I've had one within like 2, and it's the same rack that really rarely for level 5 can make it. I think if you got the right twist or bend in those antlers, there might be a slight chance. Blacktail can. Again, it's the twist and bend there. just got a brown hybrid diamond mallard. I'm honestly really jealous of that. I would like some sort of rare diamond mallard. I've never had one. Hi. How you guys doing? Hope you're having a nice little party here in the woods. You little weirdos. Just standing there? I'll shoot the female ones. I mean, respawns are respawns. You know what else I'll do? I will screenshots for thumbnail purposes. They look odd up close. Like, I swear, at a little bit of a distance it's better. As Rocky's trying to photobomb us, it's fine. Let's get this one. I think they're all male wolves. You can tell a little bit, like they have a thicker neck. So even without spotting, I'm pretty confident we shot the couple of females that are here. Well, next time we do a wolf-specific hunt, you can pretty much bet something like this will be a thumbnail. We'll let the males go. Not going to try to ruin zones and such. I think I've seen a level 4 muley diamond. I could certainly imagine how that could happen. I mean, if they can get to within like 2 or 3, just a little bit of a weird bend in the antler, and it seems reasonable they could reach that. You have a thick neck? Why, thank you. Sorry, I don't know if this was asked, but can a 4 goat make diamond? They can. Mountain goat, and then like all the ibex species, if you're counting those to be goats as well. All of them have the possibility. I didn't even know whitetail could troll. I had a 3 go up to 254. Yeah, there's a lot of guaranteed troll whitetail I've seen, like with the estimates that don't even reach 255. I gotta say, there's 2 different ways to look at those. There's some of the most annoying, but also just, I'd rather them do exactly what they do kind of animals ever. Like, when you finally find a level 3 whitetail if you're looking for a diamond, and then its estimate doesn't even go to 255, it's kind of disheartening, but then again, would you rather think it is going to make diamond and then get trolled, or just know it's not, and your expectations are set appropriately? I don't know. How do you zoom in with iron sights? That is a perk. I don't know exactly where it is. Yeah, this one. Focus shot. So holding your breath increases zoom when using rifles with iron red dot and holographic sights. And it's not just rifles. Shotguns, I believe, work. And I want to, for some reason, say handguns might. I don't have a handgun with me to test it, so don't quote me on that one. But there's a chance that that's the case. Can 8 mythical animals make diamond? I think the only species that can have a level 8 make diamond would be water buffalo. What do you think about the hunter adding squirrel? I think any new species in general would be a good idea. I'm not sure what they would do necessarily about, like, tree collision and stuff. Like, I don't know how they make the hitboxes work, because, like, let me show you this. It'll make sense. If we spot this tree right here, it's 10 meters away, right? Eventually, we hit this point. There's no more tree hitbox, so I don't know exactly how they can deal with, like, getting a squirrel to climb a tree if there's no actual hitbox there. Maybe just the graphic thing. Like, I don't know enough about games, but maybe they can make it work. But I feel like that might be a potential hurdle for them. Nice, Grey Wolf Productions. I am excited to get my new obsession. I have the Word document here. Let me see which one, because they have new ones for this year. Don't mind me, I'm running into the thing. Okay. The DEFCON M27, that's the one that I'll be getting this year. I'm quite excited to get my hands on that. I was just shooting, I'll have to post that somewhere. I think TK is going to put it on the Meat Hunters Instagram. But little spoiler for those of you that maybe follow that if it's not been posted there yet. I was shooting last night with my red, white, and blue obsession. Some of you may recall that bow. And I managed to split my only 2 practice arrows. So it's a, it's a good sign kind of mistake. Certainly can't be upset that I'm hitting the exact same point, but I can't even practice until I get more practice arrows now. Doves in Call of the Wild? it would be a pretty tiny, you know, like hitbox and everything, but I imagine that would be a little easier to do anyway. These guys are really broken. Like, especially badly broken. I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna pass up the chance to get some female wolf respawns. Especially having Rocky with us. Maybe that's the reason they're doing it. But maybe... yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what I was getting at was, when I have Rocky with me, a lot of times when wolf packs go aggressive, they end up fleeing before I can kill very many of them. Mad doggos indeed. You missed the red, white, and blue bow, Lucky. This year it's going to be proper camo. I like the, what do we call it, the freedom flinger, but just for the sake of, you know, being fully hidden in circumstances. Call the Wild broken. No, it's a feature. It's a feature. I hear another one. I don't know if it's properly aggressive or broken, but oh no, it's just chilling. So that is the problem. They're trying to charge? It might have been that we were on the bridge then. But even still, we had the ones that were stuck earlier. Alright, well that was 4... oh god, didn't mean to do that. 4 broken female wolves, but response or response. Any more? You're right, Kyla. Had a missing piece that had to fix me. Is max weight for Fox 12 to 15 kg? It is. Be sure to update us on the status of your max weight red fox. I want to know what it is. Are you going deer hunting next deer season? I have a lot of plans for this fall. I still have not, like, kind of, I guess, made public exactly where some of these plans are, because you never know what plans are going to change, so I'm trying not to make it like, you know, a thing where everybody thinks this is going to happen and it doesn't, so I'm waiting until it's 100% confirmed. But TK and I have, like, 3 different destinations that we're going to be whitetail hunting and at least one other thing as well. And plus just hunting back home here, so the potential for, like, content that includes a deer harvest this year is much higher than in the past. Somebody asked what my draw weight was, by the way. I think the new bow is going to be 70, last year was 75, and I had screwed up my shoulder last year. We're going to start working on this rest zone thing, by the way. I screwed up my shoulder, and literally every shot I took for, like, practice and everything throughout the summer, even into, like, the times where I was shooting deer, it was just ridiculous pain in my shoulder. And I think it might have just been, like, I hurt my shoulder a while ago, and I don't think it ever properly healed, so I wanted to drop that poundage down a little bit. Is a 298 moose good? I mean, yeah, that's, what, 25 above diamond? They only seem to get into the low 300s now, so they don't get a lot bigger. Are you saying I'm mean for not doing shoutouts, Lucky? What are you talking about? Or was there something else? Kyla, you would be incorrect. I think you know that, though. Felt that with the shoulder pain? Yeah, it's no good. I don't know if I ever officially confirmed if I was saying your name correctly, but Dinkway, thank you for becoming a channel member as well. I'm sure you know the drill as far as linking stuff up over there in Discord, but thank you, man. Enjoy the green name and the emojis. Copper is heavy. If there's enough of it, it is. What do you do with the animals you hunt and kill in real life? I mean, we specifically, I mean, let me go back on that. Our little group is called Meat Hunters for a very specific reason. Like, we are actively trying to take animals that we can actually harvest and eat the meat. I don't know the details you know about that one, I've told you. What do you even mean? Remember, I was trying to find the specifics. What do you mean? My friend got a max weight 298 moose as his first diamond. Gotta be pretty cool your first diamond having those giant antlers, I gotta say. Any luck on animals? So far today, there's not been anything real special. I mean, we killed a bunch of wolves that were essentially stuck. But I'm kind of moving into an area that I think may be a good potential route to run in multiplayer for Red Fox, because I did it earlier to test. There was a server where, starting about here, I had like 4 or 5 Red Fox rest zones just up along that kind of line. And I'm curious if I go all the way across, because I came up from here. If I go all the way across below the swamp, if we can just find a bunch more rest zones. And if we can, just because most multiplayer servers are somewhere between like, say 7 AM and usually like 1800, there's just Red Fox resting and the potential to go through areas where they're going to be, so we're going to give it a shot. This chest here, is that what that is? Is that what you're referring to there, Kyla? Is 152.5 max for K Buffalo? 162.5 is, if that was perhaps a typo there. You might have it. I almost want to shoot that grizzly bear, but I really... We had that albino silver male recently, and I don't want more disappointment of another albino spawning that I don't wish to be here, so I'm going to let that one go. I'm probably about to jinx myself in saying this, but as much as I wish either one of our piebald red fox that we shot recently were actually a gold, I'm quite pleased we ended up with males anyway that we can use in the multi-mounts. That's been lucky since we are shooting the males and the females. How's it going, Ches? Hope your Monday is going well. B-boy, what's going on? You inspire me to hunt IRL and in the game. I love it. I'm glad to hear it, man. I'm actually quite excited for the video tomorrow. It's a Meat Hunters, IRL hunting kind of thing, essentially reviewing the 2020-2021 season, and just the editing process and all of, like, for one, reliving some of those encounters and having to go back and look at the footage again to determine, like, what needs to be in the video and what needs to be explained further. I'm so excited to hunt this year again and, like, still film again. Turkey hunting was a little bit different. Like, it was a lot of hunting on the ground, and you just can't get away with quite the amount that you can from a tree. And it's just harder to get as good a footage, but in a tree, you have a little more movement afforded and the potential to get a lot nicer footage. Not to say that I'm not proud of what I managed to film. That was a male this year, but, one of the, I guess, interesting tidbits I learned in the process of hunting red fox for approximately forever is that the male and the female actually have a difference in their mating calls. I had no idea that was the case. Never knew that. What's up, JS Fisher? Love watching your videos. I want to join your Discord, but my mom will not let me. Got to obey, but I appreciate you watching the videos and everything, man. Maybe one day. We're talking about red fox springtime, yeah, 19 to 2300. I would probably do about 1945, roughly. Set the time at that and then go and look. Just because they are such slow moving creatures. Do we have a zone or anything here? That is sort of the important detail. I'm sure there's one in this area, like they were headed there. I don't see a zone specifically. We'll still chase this one down and try to get it. And yeah, I mean, I think that's a decent proof of concept. Kind of start from this lodge and go between the two lakes. I'm quite confident somewhere in this area there will be a rest zone. What direction are we moving in? I see. I had to unload like 100 pounds of copper. It's always fun times, lifting stuff. I'm curious, what is going on there that you have to do that? I see him way out there. See, little guy. A 5 again. Just to be expected. I don't know that we made the first shot, but the second one we certainly hit. I did play with a player named Darkness on Yukon Valley earlier. That was in fact me. I'm glad I managed to catch your comment there so I could confirm that. Thoughts on the new map? I'm excited for it. Given everything we saw with the kind of reveal that EW did last week, I think they did a pretty decent job with the species. I talked about this on, I guess it must have been Friday's stream. One thing that TK kind of mentioned in the stream there was that, like, they listened to the community when it comes to, or when it came to turkeys. There was so many questions and comments for months, like, when are we going to get turkeys? Can we get turkeys? And finally they actually did that. And I think there's a pretty decent chunk of the community that kind of feels as though they should have done something else with the species. I'm quite happy with what they did actually add. But if I can make a change, I would definitely like to see coos deer. So my only point in saying all that is that if you actually do feel as though they should have added other species, it needs to be, you know, not in a degrading way, you know, in their streams or in their Discord, you know, wherever, just kind of courteously maybe suggest such things. Don't do that, Kyla. Don't spam it. Just courteously suggest. It'll be fine. I feel like turkeys were spammed, honestly, but I don't think that's the best way to go about it. How rare is an albino puma? I don't see people post them a lot. They're reasonably rare. I don't think rare pumas or mountain lions are, say, on the same level as, like, rare. I think whitetail are a good one since a ton of people have done great one grinds and stuff. But yeah, they're quite uncommon still. I have 10 rares and I've only been playing like a month and a half. I have very few hours in the game, so how rare are diamonds actually? That's a tough question to answer. Like, we don't know the exact spawn rate, but I don't know. I would guess between 1 in 250 and 1 in 500 roughly is a diamond spawn rate based on, like, grinds that I've done and stuff like that. Pretty commonly, it seems, in people's Great One grinds, they get a diamond whitetail around 1 in 200 to 1 in 250. Turkeys are overrated. I don't disagree with that, but I can see why people wanted them so badly. Turkeys were definitely spammed, and now we're out here with with 3 maps in a row. True. Silver Ridge, New Zealand, and Mexico. At least they did like a different subspecies of turkey. There's potential though, because they've done that. Actually, is there? We've had this conversation before. What are the 4 for a turkey Grand Slam? It's Eastern, Osceola, Merriam's. What's the 3rd? Is it Gold's? Is it Rio Grande? It's not oscillated. I always forget. Anyway, if they're doing subspecies of turkeys someday down the road, maybe years, there's an opportunity for some kind of Grand Slam thing there like they did with the Ibex. What's going on, Quartz? Good to see you, man. I live in PA as well. Can you give me some turkey hunting advice for real life? I will preface by saying I can't promise that I'm the best person to ask, considering my results at the end of turkey season, but my approach tends to be pretty simple. I'm playing like the long game throughout the season, so I try not to get overly aggressive, and then I just sort of slowly but surely try to clue in on where they're actually trying to roost and get myself set up in a position to get a shot. And I got very close this year, but unfortunately not quite close enough. But yeah, I mean, you can, with a simple box call or something that's very easy to operate, you can get responses and either straight up call them in or determine where they're roosting and try to set up close to the next day, stuff like that. It's really tough to give specific advice without knowing your situation, but generally, if you can determine where a bird is roosting, your odds are exponentially better of actually filling a tag by trying to get in close to where that roosting site is. Lord Brachydios, am I saying that right? I don't know if I am or not, but thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Always appreciate the support. Got a turkey with a 10-inch beard? Nice, man. We were looking back at trail camera pictures last night, and we had one picture of like a mature tom since April. Like, I don't know where they all are here. I can't figure it out. I know the winter was rough. Like, we had, I don't know, 2 feet of snow for a while with a pretty thick, like, crust of ice over top of it. But if there's jakes and hens that survived, it didn't kill the big, like, the biggest birds, so I don't get it. I don't know where they are. A Grand Slam is 4 types of subspecies. Generally, I think that's the called a consensus. So, I like the fact that that was a male red fox call. We're almost certainly going to discover a zone for this one. And it's an area that I don't spend a bunch of time in, so maybe there's something to that one. It's an albino gray wolf that's a gold rare at all? I'd say albino gray wolves are fairly rare. The thing about wolves that I think might distort the perception of rarity is that they find you half the time. Like, you might run past wolves that are 150 meters away in a direction that you're not looking, or maybe they're in the brush and you wouldn't otherwise see them, and they'll come and, you know, go aggressive and try to attack you, and that obviously tells you that there's wolves around, and if there's a rare there, you know, you get eyes on it and shoot it, whereas other species just flee. They actually make themselves known. I don't see any fox tracks, and that makes me kind of sad. Is that a fox track? I think it is. Small hidey boy. It's another pretty decent sized one. In a really terrible spot to try to get a shot at him, but we'll try. Did TK say anything about tomorrow? I'm not aware of any information about tomorrow. Ooh, that sounds awesome, Marcus. Fly fishing for king salmon, though. What's the, I'm a little inexperienced in the fly fishing realm. Like, I've done it, but I've never done it for anything but trout. What's the, like, line weight for that? It's gotta be much bigger. King salmon are huge. Excuse me, I saw you. Don't think you can escape. Okay, maybe you think you can escape, but not for long. Actually, a kind of decent fox. That's the 3rd level 7 in single player since last night. I still think multiplayer is the direction I'd like to move in, but good sign. And there is another set of fox tracks here. This is a good area. I like this. I like what we've got going. Unfortunately, we didn't get a zone again. But that's already the 2nd male fox that we have, like, running this little route. Even if we don't discover their zones, we can be pretty confident they're resting in here. It's 8:30. Like, their rest time has been going for an hour minimum, an hour and a half maximum. And they're so slow moving, they might just be a little bit late getting there. But you can discover their tracks in multiplayer the same way you can, and as we're doing here in single player. So I don't have a problem with not actually finding the specifics. A little far forward. Yeah, it's not going to go too far. Do you think we'll get a release date tomorrow? I wouldn't be shocked if we see a release date tomorrow. We had the official trailer at the end of the last stream there. I would not be shocked if we have an official release date. It'd be cool to see Kylo in a stream. I mean, she's been here for a number of streams. What animals do you use the muzzleloader on? Pretty much anything from, like, mouflon size up to, say, Gimsbuck and elk. Unfortunately, it is not ethical for Class 9 animals, so your lions, your Cape Buffalo, bison, stuff like that, it's a little bit too small for, even though it's powerful enough, it's just not ethical. Gotta go out and visit again, Kyla. Hopefully soon. You're sprinting, but they don't see you? How do you do it? I mean, they do see me. Red fox flee incredibly slowly, which is probably one of the key factors in making this a little more doable as far as the grind goes for them. Like, you sprint a little faster than they trot. When you get close to them, they do actually properly flee, and they run faster than you can, so you can't just run them down to the point that you're standing on top of them. But, yeah, they're just slow. That's all it is. When are you gonna get the creator beta for the new map? I'm not sure that they're doing one, assuming that they do. I'm guessing like the weekend before, but once again, there's no information on that. The console release will be a couple of months if we're lucky. I don't know, I'm hoping they can manage to do like a synchronized release, whatever they call it, just because of the way Te Auro went, but fingers crossed for such things. Speaking of streams, by the way, since last Wednesday, we had, I don't know, some kind of like issue connecting to any Twitch servers, so we didn't get to actually do our classic stream. That is going to be tomorrow night. Maybe those of you that are unaware, we stream classic every Wednesday on Twitch, and the time is going to be changing for them. We've been doing them ending at 11 p.m. for quite some time, and it's just a little later than what is really convenient for like my schedule at this point. So the new stream time is going to be 7:30 to 9:30. So we're going to basically make up for last Wednesday's missed stream tomorrow at 7:30, and then Wednesday kind of officially starts the Wednesday stream schedule being at 7:30. Feed zone, I mean, that works too. Anyway, yeah. 2 days in a row, classic streams over on Twitch. Flinter Gaming on Twitch if you're not already following over there. I did not, Kyla. I can do that real quick. I should have done that. I was looking at the commands. That was one that I did not consider. Let me get that. If I can find the schedule one. That's the Twitch command. There we go. Okay. Nope. 7:30. Got it. Remind me to do that for the Twitch one as well, if you could possibly do such things. Usually if I say it out loud, I remember. What was the other thing that I was going to do? Update that. I got to do it in Discord. That's the other place. What's going on, Joe? Te Auro is only good for fallow? I like the Seekadir over there, but they're just broken. At some point, maybe they've even fixed it. I haven't gone back and checked. I think you have, though. At some point, I want to get back on the Albino Seeka grind, but it's just slammed to a halt because they don't seem to respawn. If they do, they're getting stuck somewhere. That's the female warning call sound, but we'll go and visit, see if we can discover where the zone's at. Seekadir hide for me, they do the same for me. I mean, multiplayer still produces them, and I think we have like 5 or 6 in the lodge, so I don't tend to, you know, wander over that direction too much anymore, but I still like them. They're one of the cooler species in the game, in my opinion. Seekadir broken how? Yeah, they just don't seem to respawn. Or if they, like I said, if they do, like they're getting stuck or they're not reaching their zone. I've spent a pretty considerable amount of time, and I'm not the only one that's run into the issue, like grinding for Seekadir, and then they just seemingly out of nowhere stop spawning. A couple of tracks here from small females. We're not going to chase them, but we got the zone. That's why I wanted to actually go up there. And we'll sort of continue along this path. So, like, basically, a little north of the border here between the Rustline Ridge and the Bridgewater Flats seems to be almost like a line of red fox rest zones. We killed one down here, killed 2 there. We got zones here, and I already know there's a zone there. This is kind of the path that I'm looking at, probably spending considerable time doing in multiplayer. We're going to finish this path earlier than I thought, so determining where... Maybe we'll even try it. What do you guys think? Should we stay in single player and keep looking for more red fox out here somewhere? Or should we go into multiplayer and test this? Let's see what you guys think about that. In the meantime, Doll Sheep on Yukon. If we could get Doll Sheep, that would be, like... I like this map a lot. That would catapult it to easily top 3, maybe top 2, in my opinion. Multiplayer, try it. Multiplayer, all the multiplayers, maybe that'll be the move then. So, we still have some distance to cover. I want to get about to there. But once we do that, that'll be the move then. Looks like that's the idea, do a little both. Essentially, that's what we're going to end up doing. Until we get to the point that I want to reach, we will have, I don't know, 50, 45 minutes left, then we'll go into multiplayer. Hopefully there's zones open. I imagine there will be. I think multiplayer's the vote. It certainly seems to be. Level 3 Harlequin Duck, there you go. I still like them. I like the Harleys, for some reason, a little more than the other duck species. Have you noticed the Eurasian lynx lower jaw is off? No. I can't say I ever have. Is that a new thing? Or have they always been? I was unaware of this. Grouse on Hirsch? Well, now that we know pheasants are coming to Rancho del Arroyo, pheasants on Hirsch might be sooner a reality than we would have thought. What is the biggest blackberry you shot? In game, we actually have a max score one. A random day on Silver Ridge Peaks produced a, I think, max weight and max score diamond blackberry. I want to say we also shot like a 23.8 or 9 on Layton. Advice on getting interested into the game again after a long break? Well, for one, there's a new map on the horizon here. We're not sure exactly when it's coming out, but I would say probably within a month anyway, just to be on the safe side. That tends to be a good way to kind of regain interest, I guess. If you're not looking at, you know, new maps and stuff to try to get interest back, it's either got to be like setting a goal, whether it's trying to fill a trophy lodge, trying to get like a certain rare or a certain array of rares or diamonds, whatever you want to acquire there, or just hunting differently. Go and bow hunt, go and hunt with like shotguns only. For me, that always ends up being some of the most fun that I have. Like the weapon restriction hunts are a lot of fun. Too old drugs. What's the best way to kill a diamond deer on Layton Lakes? Pretty much shoot all your bucks over and over until you get a diamond to spawn. Why are all content creators just running and shooting? Hunting is the opposite of that. I think it comes down to the game, like it or not, rewards that style of hunting. Like, we're simply going to kill more animals, more trophies, more rares by hunting in this style than hunting slowly. Like I said, that's not necessarily a good thing, but it is just sort of the way the game works. I'm not sure that it's, I can't even find our track here. I'm not sure that it's something that is... Okay, I don't know that everyone can adopt this mindset, but I think when it comes to certain games, finding the ideal, most efficient way of playing sometimes can end up being just the way that play is accepted. I don't know if that fully explains like my thought process, but when you have a game, that's a big female wolf, hold on. When you have a game that has certain mechanics, and when those mechanics are kind of used by everyone, it just becomes the way the game is, and you don't even think about it. Like, I don't often think about the fact that it doesn't make sense that I'm just aimlessly running through the woods. I don't know if you're, you know, picking up on my point here, but it just kind of is the way the game works. Today I killed a diamond gray mouflon. I'm so hoping that one of these days I can get one of those. They're one of the coolest looking diamonds in the game, in my opinion. They're not even like a actual super rare, they just look really cool. Hope you have a multi-mount kind of plan for that one. You explained good, just wanted to be more realistic. Yeah, I understand that. For me, when I started like self-filming my actual hunts, I really lost interest in doing like more realistic style content in Call of the Wild anyway, because I actually do like film my hunts and stuff, and you just can't, once you've done it, you can't create it to the same degree that an actual hunt does. So it's hard to go back and try to rekindle that fire, I guess. So yeah, like for me, my realistic content is just when I actually hunt. 21 diamond fallow. You see why I said I gotta do a fallow guide with you and not by myself. What's your next game goal? With the new map coming out, it's going to kind of, I guess, continue and maybe become a little more focused on getting a diamond of every species again and kind of trying to rework our trophy lodge a little bit. I really don't know. I mean, we know what the species are. If there's a bobcat multi-mount, I'm not sure what to do, because I'm like out of space to do those kinds of things, and I really don't want to separate trophy lodges yet. I think we have the second lodge going. I'm not too far away from having to do that, but I think one more map can fit in the main lodge, and then I'll kind of look into having two different lodges. And I would like to do it if they ever add like a second or a third like trophy lodge, or just a bigger one, and I'll combine everything into one. But yeah, it's all about trophy lodge and trying to get all the diamonds for me. My second Cape Buffalo was a diamond. That's pretty solid luck. Do you know what he scored, by the way? Do you plan on a hotspot series on where the best hotspots are in every map? I don't really have any plans of doing that at the moment. If you want to, though, I would check out All the Above's channel. He has hotspot maps, I think, for everything at this point. You could certainly go and check those kinds of videos out. What is the best multi-species gun in your opinion? If you want to just cover the most species, the 7mm or technically the 9.3. I'm not a huge fan of the 9.3 myself. That's a small male. Excuse me, right click, don't do that. I hate when my multiple inputs start happening. Do you like the colored peccary? I do. That's another one, actually. If there's a multi-mount for them, I don't know where it's gonna go. Might have to make some tough decisions. Like, we have a something. What is even there now? In the room where we just put our rare bison, there's two small platforms. One has a coyote multi-mount. I don't know what's on the other. It's a single animal, so that might have to get taken out. Anyway, HWJ Dog, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate the support, man. Can't stop watching Battlefield 2042 videos. These strugs, man. What are we gonna do about them? The 9.3 isn't even class 4, though. The 9.3 isn't, but the buckshot that it can have is. Carrie, thank you for the super chat as well. Saying hello to Kyla and I would love Arctic fox and Arctic wolf added to a snow map. They're so beautiful in real life. They are, and I will say, they did Arctic fox in Classic, and they did a pretty good job of actually making them look good, so I certainly think they could do as well or better in Call of the Wild. I would like it. I think snow maps would be... They have a lot of potential to kind of build on what they've done with Medved and Yukon. I think they'd be fun. The thunderstorm is here. I haven't heard thunder yet, Acid. It was raining a lot last I checked. I actually go back in my small story here from earlier. When I went to shoot last night to kind of practice, but half my point was I'm going to be going to visit Kyla here shortly, and Georgia heat is not quite it's not quite the same as Pennsylvania heat. It's a lot. I'm gonna get sunburned if I don't, get some sun to begin with. So I went marching out there with my bow on the target, and the cloud cover that was not there all day was ridiculous. No sun the entire time. I loved it. Oof. 403 troll caribou tall boy, that's rough. I had one earlier, 413. They are quite rude when they do that. Got a diamond turkey there. Nice, Jaren. Alright, I think it's time. I think we are headed to multiplayer. Let me see here. I need to switch to Quattro. The reason I gotta do that is if I go to the main menu from Yukon, it's gonna remove one of my tents. Might do it from Quattro as well. If it does, I don't care as much, but for some reason a lot of times Quattro doesn't. In this case it did. Nice, Acid. Alright, we're losing a tent here. I don't mind. No big deal. Okay. We'll do the top one in the scout room. If you guys want to get in here, you can see the host name. And we'll try that route. We might get to do 2, maybe 3. I don't want to stay on a server for 20 minutes. That seems, like a lot of potential loss of fox hunting. Perfect time then, 12:30. Red fox is going to be resting for quite some time. Tents get removed by going to the main menu. Not intentionally. If you have a bloodhound, go into the main menu like 9.9 times out of 10 will remove your tent from the map. It's a little annoying. Hey man, Kelly. My friend just got a mountain goat that was 0.1 off a diamond. I had one of those on stream. It was a level 4, but it was the light brown fur type I was looking for. They are frustrating, I must say. You just can't tell either. Like, you look at a mountain goat, a 105 and a 107 look exactly the same. The humidity is ungodly. Sounds amazing. Sounds like living in a state of weird, claustrophobic, afraid of the air kind of vibes. Is that right, Acid? I think I knew that. I'm sunburnt right now. I kind of thought I would because we had a bale hay last week. My dad kind of farms primarily like as a hobby at this point, and I thought I was gonna get roasted, but I didn't. Small grizzly and more small grizzly. Got a 506 Rocky Mountain elk, not too bad. Finally got a gold blonde lion yesterday. That's cool, man. I still want an albino gold. We have the dark brown and the blonde gold now. Both mythicals, in fact. Hippos on the Africa map? I'm not a huge fan of animals that don't really have like a visible scoring thing. Now, in Classic, pretty much technically everything does. Like, pheasants are scored with their tail length. Black bears, the higher scoring ones actually have like a more, like a wider skull that you can actually see. Whereas in Call of the Wild, they don't. And until they would adopt something like that, like I wouldn't It's not that I wouldn't hunt them. I'm sure I'd enjoy it. But I'd still prefer something with horns or antlers, so like where I can see it in the distance and before I spot it and see the level, I can know that it's a good one or not. Could you post a video on how to grind turkey? I'm going to be honest, if you specifically want a rare or diamond turkey, go to Silver Ridge Peaks multiplayer. I wouldn't even grind them. The amount of level 3 or rare turkeys that I've just passed up on because I don't feel like going to claim them. Like, they'll fly away and I just don't even follow them. There's so many out there. I've heard Louisiana heat is pretty rough. True size, please. There you go, true size. I never thought of the name for that, but that's what they should probably call it. Like coyotes, red fox, that's what really sucks about this grind as well. Every single one is just like a roll of the dice. Like, anytime I'm about to spot a red fox, a lot of times you can tell if it's a male or a female. The males are a little fluffier, but it might be a level 1 male, might be a level 9 male. It's never a level 9 male, but, you know, it could be, because they look the same. Got a diamond moose, can't wait for you to get another. The diamond moose are cool. I think we're missing at least one diamond rack, so we're looking forward to hopefully stumbling into another one of those one day. How would you feel if crocodiles or alligators got added? I'm sure I would enjoy that. They're in that same category like that I was just mentioning, where you wouldn't really, unless they added something to the size to make them actually look physically bigger, you wouldn't really be able to tell what you're looking at. Just because they have a pretty good Trophy Lodge application, though. You could do kind of like a gator skin thing on the floor. Would be neat. Oh, I see, Kyla. Interesting. You deserve this diamond red fox? I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping it's out here. I'm hoping we can get it. The weight that would be lifted off my shoulders as far as, like, stuff to try to do before the new map comes out would be ridiculous. I want to be done. Your piebald with the dog was awesome. What lake was that? Oh, jeez. My piebald what? I had a diamond piebald access deer with the dog. Could it have been that? I'm trying to think which one you actually mean. What animal are you looking forward to probably most on the new map? Maybe the javelinas? I don't even know. I think I'm looking forward to getting to see like what all they have to offer, because like I'm sure the pheasants will be fun, but I tend to look for bigger game, and I know javelinas aren't exactly bigger game. The whitetail and the mule deer, of course, we have already, so they're a little bit in a different category, I guess. Yeah, I mean, turkey or turkey. I am quite happy that Bobcat seemed to drink during the day. I think it's going to be pretty fun to get to actually hunt a bunch of them. And I'm curious with the coyotes. We saw one coyote during EW's reveal stream. Wonder if they drink it at night, or if they're going to be a daytime one. Flinter Flex, which piebald? I just don't know, man. There's been too many. Reduce Gaming, thank you for the super chat, by the way. I appreciate you, Matt. Thank you so much. Turkey shooting is the 22. The 22 is the weapon to use, yeah. There's a halfway decent grizzly track. That's at least encouraging. That tree looked awfully white. I wanted to believe. For just a second, I wanted to believe. Okay, we should be getting a little more into the area that we started to stumble into Red Fox in the single-player game. See if this little route's worth anything. Just got an Albino Sika, even though I'm going for a diamond. Was it a gold by chance? If it was, that's specifically what I'm actually after. I'm excited for pheasants. They had a fun challenge. Yeah, I think it's definitely a new mechanic, like a new thing that we don't have currently. Something's running ahead of us, I think. I almost want to just let Rocky behind sometimes, because I can't tell if it's him or something else. It must have been him. I don't see any tracks. Anyone know if great ones can spawn in the new map? Or in a brand new map? I'm pretty sure they should have a chance to. Because EW did a whitetail population reset, I think with Te Awarua. And they changed like the scoring stuff. They used to need 276.8 to make diamond. Now it's 255.7 or 9 or somewhere in that area. A couple of people killed great ones immediately on that reset. The neglect is real. What do you mean? I'm out here trying. Did I miss something? I must have. I don't even see what I missed, though. Strugs. Reduce, thank you again, by the way. Doing good, man. Hope you are as well. I can be neglectful. I try, alright? The 10 Fable Whitetail was awesome. Hopefully I get one. They are something to behold, for sure. It's a different level of excitement, I would say. Are you going to do another video today? On Mondays and Fridays, I only do the streams. Friday streams are over on Twitch. If you ever wondered why there's no YouTube video on Fridays, we're live over on Twitch at 1 p.m. Eastern. So we found a fox. That's a good sign. Small lad. Don't push me, Rocky. I don't appreciate it. Trying to smoke this thing. And smoke we did. You did great when you were here, Kylan. You were just reading all the 24-hour stream chats. I saw you. He seems to notice everyone else but my comments. I try. I try to just... It's literally like I'm not looking for names. Sometimes it's colors that jump out to me, but I glance over and read literally the first thing that catches my eye. I don't know exactly what kind of system it is, but it's just luck of the draw as to where your comment is on the screen, mostly. Good shot, thank you, Toon. How do you feel about tigers? That was recently brought up. Why were we talking about tigers recently? Maybe like an India map or something. Are they hunted anywhere? I don't feel like they are. And if they're not, then I wouldn't be super keen on them being added. Does the chat have the public subscriber logo? No. I think I know what you're talking about. But yeah, Streamlabs logs me out anyway, so I can't even see anything. That was pure luck. Hit him in the neck. I thought he died really, really fast, but that would make sense. So there was the track back there of another decent-sized fox. We got a gold there, and we still have pretty far to run, but I'm kind of pleased with what I'm seeing. I think this is like a short route to run. You know, if I have 30 minutes between recording videos or before I got a stream or something, in the past I would kind of look at it like, okay, I don't have time to go and hunt fox right now. Like, it takes so long to find one. But if this is a consistent route, it just opens up so many more options to just find them. You can't hunt tigers? I wasn't sure if in, like, India maybe they actually were hunted. I'm sure there's some ability to hunt them in some weird circumstance, but not, like, properly. I'm scary sometimes. What do you mean? Scary when I don't get my diamond fox. That's about it. Red fox feed times 3 to 7 a.m. I don't know what they do between 2300 and 3 a.m. They may feed then as well. That one I'm missing. I'd like a... How do you pronounce that? If it's the Alps, it could be the French Alps. Chalet Lodge? Shallot Lodge? Sounds like we're in MasterChef now. Some kind of lodge. I just want a new variation of a lodge. Like a log cabin sort of vibe for me would be perfect. If they just combined Saseka Safari's size, Spring Creek Manor's multiple levels, and then maybe removed a little bit of the extra items in Spring Creek Manor. I feel like that would be good. Do you not have a Diamond Fox, or are you just looking for a better one? I shot 3 Diamond Fox on the old scoring system. I don't have one on the new system, and my trophy lodge that I've been working on for about a year and a half now is new scoring system animals only. The only new scoring system diamond I don't have is a red fox, and that's it's been my focus for quite some time. I shot a diamond musk deer in early February of this year, so for basically 4 months straight, the only diamond I've been missing is a red fox, and I just have not had the luck. It's all about right place, right time kind of stuff, especially when it comes to multiplayer. We've just not been able to manage to get that to all come together. Do you think there should be freestyle multi-mounts? I think there's a lot of potential data that may need to be saved in something like that, and I can see why they wouldn't actually do it, but they should give us, like, center of the lodge, like, one that we can customize, even if it's like with the preset poses. Just give us like a grid on the full body platform that we can move the animals around, and should be fine. What? I don't know what I'm missing. Did I see your 233 feral goat? I didn't know they could get that big. I did not. Did you post that in Discord anywhere? I thought like 220s was their max, unless that was meant to say 223. Have you ever thought that you could have joined a server that has a diamond red fox, you just didn't find it? All the time. The way my mind works with that kind of stuff, it seems kind of negative, but I don't think it affects me negatively. Like, I think a lot about, in Classic especially, because Classic doesn't have a population pile. Like, once you start that game, it's all fresh spawns, and then as soon as you end it, they're literally gone forever. So, maybe I've had a 200 whitetail spawn. You know what, I probably have had a 200 whitetail spawn, like, that's a male there, in a spot where I would normally have gone and found it, but I was hunting elk or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm sure that I've been on plenty of multiplayer servers in areas that I would normally check if I was hunting for fox or wolves or something, and maybe I was chasing bison that day. Like, I'm certain that's the case. Well, that's not going to be a level 9 if he's over there warning calling, but we'll try to get him nonetheless. Wherever he's hiding at. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard is it to get the 7 mil? Like a 2. You could have it by level 10 or 11 if you save your money appropriately. Well, I saw him. Oh yeah, hiding in the shadows. I'm not sure that's him or a female. No, that's him. Not exactly big male status, but I guess a male is better than a female with the idea that it could have been a 9 instead. My friend said he would want to pose with a bear scratching a tree. Yeah, I think terrain for full body platforms, and I'm gonna call them props even though that probably seems like a weird word to use. Just like trees or rocks or something. Like, imagine a diamond lion stretched out on a rock, or a multi-mount with a mountain lion stalking. We'll take something smaller. What do we have that would fit? Rabbit's too small. Okay, let me change this around. A puma stalking a black buck. You got room to do this. Puma's up on a rock or in a tree, small tree, and the black buck's down there feeding. Like, those kind of things could just add such variety and such, like, I'm gonna call it flair to the trophy lodges. I think that'd be cool. They should have bear carpets. I'm with you on that. I think that would be a pretty cool way to get to add more bears into the lodge. 100% would like to see that. Have you ever seen a bearded hen in real life? I have actually one with a pretty large beard as well. Probably like a 6-inch. I mean, it was very, you know, what, straggly looking? But it had pretty decent beard length. It was not too far from the sportsman's club I used to go fishing at. Small fox vibes, just for fun. Looks like it's just a 1. I always like to check the rest of them to make sure it doesn't say 2. Since they travel in pairs so often, you never know when you could be picking up the track of a female fox that travels with a diamond. All these common bison. There's a male in the front there. I can't spot him. Not that one. That one. Just 3. Whitetail level 3's broken, 6 to 7 trolls, 2 level 2 diamonds. Nah, it's just kind of the luck of the draw with them, I would say. There's where we spooked that fox out of there. She's probably not too far ahead of us. I don't see it. I'm not too worried about it, but we'll continue our way up through here then. I have enough GM for either a goose or duck setup. What should I get? If you haven't ever done either, I would see if you can join multiplayer or something and try them both out. For me, I'd probably do, I don't know, ducks offer more variety, but they're also smaller and, I don't know, geese can certainly be more fun to hunt. Yeah, I'd see if you can maybe try some multiplayer ones and see which one you prefer. Fishing in Call of the Wild, I think if they really wanted to do a fishing game, or fishing in a game, they should do a separate one. Like, I just don't know that adding fishing to Call of the Wild is their best move. I feel like they could do better making a standalone fishing game. A Primal-like DLC needs to be a thing. Just reopen the project of the Hunter Primal. Add like Stegosaurus and what is that one that killed you in Carnivores that one day? Para something. Get those in there, Spinosaurus, you know, it could be a lot of fun. I never dreamed that I would enjoy Primal to the degree that I have, and I really think this week's video is going to be a ton of fun. That might spoil what's going to happen. I'm not going to say anything beyond that, but once that series is over, I want to, every now and then at least, pick it back up and continue to play it. It's a blast. What's up, Alexander? Don't reopen Primal because console can't play it? Okay. I'm more one of them to do it on this engine anyway. Reopen the concept of Primal, do it with these kind of graphics, and then make it PC and console. Are you going to try out Open Country eventually? I've looked at it. I don't think it's my type of game. I played hide and seek with that T-Rex like it was no big deal. No spoilers, but wait and see the events of this one. I was using a hill to my advantage for this week's video to play hide and seek with one. Dylan, thank you for the super chat, man. I love your content. Keep up the good work. I will certainly do my best. Thank you, man. Really appreciate you. I think we should get an Asia map, like in the Himalayan mountains. Okay, I might sound really dumb. I'm not sure if this is the exact place, but I know they have similar species to this, but some kind of like ibex, or where are Marco Polo sheep? That's somewhere in Asia, right? Like the sheep or ibex goat species, sheep species that we could get, like with mountains like that. There's a lot of potential there. I'd be 100% in on a map that mostly features either, like I said, Marco Polo sheep or some kind of huge ibex, and then just has some other smaller stuff around. It's a decent male track there. It's like I said, it's good to check when you're on like a female fox track. Now I don't know where that male one is. It's not big enough to be level 9, so I'm not worried about it. But you never know when there's one there and the female's the one, you know, that's being vocal. There must have been straight vertebrae. Die, please. Did you get the special Rex? Like I said, I won't spoil what happens, but the short battle I had running around using a steep hill that I could navigate and the Rex could not was quite entertaining, I think. I see him up there. Another 6. Like, this doesn't happen on my map. Oh boy. That was like a brain shot. I guarantee we messed that up. All the 8 to 12 kg fox on my map, not all of them, but like 90% are level 5s. So far we've seen like a 7 and I think a couple of 6s in multiplayer. Like, that's why I feel more drawn to multiplayer to continue this. You say that like I wouldn't watch it with you without you holding me down, Kyla. I would watch it. Do you think there will ever be an Appalachian map? I think maybe way down the road we could be looking at something like that. The potential problem I see with that is like marketing it as something that consumers would want to pay for as a DLC, because there's not a lot they can do for new species there, and I don't know how they navigate that specifically. Just saying you don't care for horror movies? I mean, I wouldn't watch it by myself, but I enjoy watching them with you. Brody, thank you for the super chat, by the way. What map would you want instead of Mexico? Mexico was roughly what I wanted. If they could have done like Coos Deer on there instead, I'd probably prefer it a little more. So maybe a similar map, but with Coos Deer. They hit on like 95% of what I wanted in a new map, so I'm certainly not upset. I think we'll try to get to that point and then maybe go to another server. Gonna be trying to run away from the TV. Oh dear. Do you think they'll ever add... Oh yeah, I answered that. Hi. Still fox around, that's a good sign. Texas with exotic species? That's a really common request, so I think we may see that sooner rather than later. My whole thing is, I think from a business perspective, it makes sense to hold on to that kind of map. Keep it in their back pocket. Say 3 years down the line. Maybe they've added 6 more maps by then, and there's certain species they wanted to do, but couldn't. And Exotics Ranch is the perfect place to put those species in, and have them as that little, just mix of things that don't make sense to put together anywhere else. That's the way I would approach it. Heart shot and all, not too bad. I think for more US maps there would need to be a duck map in southern US or northern forest. There's definitely some big game animals that they could probably kind of fit all in one map from the US still. I'd really have to think about what would be best. Like I said, the options are there. Something with doll sheep and stone sheep I would quite like, but they'd really have to do better horns. I don't care for the big horn. How do you easily remember all the numbers and times? Really, it comes down to the time put in. Like, I'm at 4,300 hours plus at this point. I just see them so often, and I need to recall the information to hunt certain things so often that it's just forever stuck in my brain. Traumatized. Do you think there will ever be a movie monster map? I wouldn't say that, but I wouldn't put it past them to maybe do something unique. I don't know about Bigfoot, but maybe that kind of idea for like April Fool's or Halloween, they did like it wasn't even a Bigfoot, but it was an unidentified species, I think they called it. And essentially, you'd get these tracks in Hunter Classic, and even a call, I think, sometimes. They look to be Bigfoot tracks. I seem to recall them as like barefoot, human-looking tracks. But if you ever did find the animal, it was just a really tiny whitetail buck that had no score. I killed it by accident one day. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Because for no other reason should this small buck I shot have displayed no score, but I had seen it killed before by someone else. It's quite odd. They need to do Werewolves like Classic. Classic's werewolf event might be like one of the most underrated aspects of that game. The fact that so many people are, you know, out there chasing werewolves, it was smart of them to do the albinos as well, to give you something extra to chase. But people look forward to every single Halloween. I really like it, and I think there probably is something to be gained by doing something similar in Call of the Wild. I certainly wouldn't be opposed to it. Okay, was that it? That was it. I think. Where's Rocky at? Oh, he's glitching out. That might have been what it was. There's a glitch. If you look at my Hunter May right now, Rocky's stuck to my side, so every time I turn, he's just zipping around to the side and I can't even see him. I don't tend to really think that Red Fox that Warning Call are going to be very big, especially not when they're downwind. There's the track. We'll know for sure. Small male, and because there's another one, just in case there were two males side by side, small female. Alright, let's switch to another server. We'll pretty much try the same route. We definitely killed a couple though. By the way, I didn't go to the main menu because, again, the tent glitch, so just relaunching super quick. Which one is more rare, albino or melanistic? Almost every species melanistic is more rare. There's some that for some reason you see more melanistics, but generally speaking, that's the rare one. Could you please take out the 7mm for my birthday? I can grab that instead of the 303. I can't promise we'll use it much because we're mostly after Fox at this point, but when we spawn in here, I can grab that. Let's pick another one, Sky Ace. I don't know if he's in the stream right now, but if not, he's going to get a surprise, I think, with several people joining this game. What's up, Dylan? Thank you for the super chat. What is your favorite animal to hunt in Call of the Wild? I like the wolves a lot because you get to see, if they're not attacking you, you get to see their aspects of chasing other species around. You get to see some of the interaction even with other wolves. And, of course, the sort of change of pace, I'll call it, when they actually do go aggressive and attack tends to be a lot of fun. Let me get this equipped. Technically, this is the gun I should have been carrying all along because it can take bison. But, you know, I'm not too worried about them. I do not have a pet. Can't have pets in this apartment. Had a glitch where I lost all my tents. Is that the glitch? Is that the tent glitch, and is there a way to fix it? I think that might be a different one. I'm not sure that you lose all your tents with this. The glitch that I'm referring to, basically exiting to the menu for pretty much any reason if you have a bloodhound, it despawns one of your tents. Oh hey, I forgot to post that the stream was live in Discord. Shout out to Mistress for doing that. I had the link sitting there and everything and forgot to hit send. Do you think hunting bobcats will be hard? But I'm also interested in seeing them stock the new rabbits. At least in the reveal stream, they were drinking during the day, so I don't think it's going to be difficult at all. It was like early morning, they were just chilling out there drinking. I saw that, Mistress. Thank you for posting that. My, my message was sitting there, it was ready to be posted. I just didn't hit send. Not even sure what I was doing. Usually I remember. What is a good first gun to buy in the game? Good first gun. I mean, you're kind of limited on what you can get. When I've done, like, starting over playthroughs, I'll skip the 270 and go straight to trying to buy the 7mm. So I guess that. What's going on, Jared? Good to see you, man. Thank you for renewing your channel membership. I'd like to see that gold gun as well. Do you know when the new map is coming out? We don't have a release date just yet. No such thing has been officially announced. They should add spears and blowguns so you can hunt like the YouTuber Tim Wells. I mean, they have the Remy Warren thing, right? Who's to say that we don't see a Tim Wells one? By the way, I should actually mention with the merch there are additional hoodie options that have been added there if you guys want to check that out. I know there were some questions and stuff about other designs with the hoodies. Skip everything, go to the 7mm or 30-06. Yeah, that's not a bad move really, because the 243 can certainly handle all your like deer species and stuff. That might be a problem. Mr. Hacky fellow over here. So you want to not do that? I'm not using speed hacks. Alright, back to single player. We tried. No point. No point. Can I like right click Strugs? I guess there's not much point running the same route. We got like 20 minutes here. Let's look instead. You know where I wanted to go? I want to go between here. We should use it a lot since I want to look for multiplayer stuff, but between here and that lake, so that'll be the move. Not using speed hacks. The speed at which you were flying along, what's the other was? Do grizzly bears ever attack? Much like the other bear species, if you surprise them. So essentially, if they'll get within usually 15 meters of you, or it might even be 10, and then suddenly you're just, you know, there, they will just go aggressive and attack. Otherwise, no, they don't attack from a distance like Cape Buffalo or Water Buffalo do. Have you seen the upcoming Swamp Reserve map? I've seen the Mexico map. I don't know anything about a Swamp Reserve. Jared, thank you for the super chat. Glad I didn't lose my golden gun for forgetting to renew. That would have been awkward, but good day to you. Hope you're having a good one, man. Good to see you once again, as I said. Hope everything is going well. Yeah, it's nice that they don't make you lose the badge for the streak things. Would you rather have me dono or join? I always say, like, when it comes to that stuff, I'd rather people actually, like, join, because then you get, for one, like, the gun badges and stuff, you get access to the emojis. Over in Discord, you get the YouTube member rule. Like, there's stuff that comes along with joining, whereas the dono, like, obviously, it's just simply that. So, even when it's someone's asking, like, would you rather me Patreon or subscribe on Twitch or join on YouTube, like, I always say join or subscribe. Like, you get more out of it. Times aren't consistent. Wait, with what? Something. Do you ever go fishing? I do. I wanted to go. I almost went yesterday. But, haven't gone since Kyle and I went camping about a month ago. I need to get out again. Only joined in now. Had anything good yet? Nothing special. We shot a number of Red Fox, and we actually did just spend about 20 minutes in multiplayer, but getting chased around by someone with speed hacks was a pretty good way to waste our time, so back to single player we went. Have you been to Mexico? I have not. I think that would be pretty fun someday. Where do you fish? I prefer, if I can, to fish in, like, streams or creeks, mostly. Right now would probably be a good time to be bass fishing. I think they're spawning, so they'll be kind of like along the shores, I guess I'll call it, for ponds and stuff like that, but gonna be a busy lad for the next couple of weeks, so I don't think I'll get to. Do you use a bait caster? My brother does. I just use normal spinning tackle. I'm a lame fella. Hate the speed hackers in multiplayer? Yeah, they're unfortunately common. A lot of times I'll see them flying around and they just kind of do their thing, but it's not so good when they're just following you, firing their gun. That tends to spook the red fox. Go to Race Town for some biggins? I mean, if you're talking about during their spawning period, I have trips scheduled for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be quite busy, but you know, I see what you're getting at. Do you have any experience with bass fishing? My brother would be a lot better at answering any of these questions than I would. Most of my bass fishing is just like either night crawlers, which obviously works pretty well, or like Senko worms, or like jerkbaits, crankbaits. Easier lures to work. No foxstones anywhere here. I really don't know if this is a good route. I just wanted to check and see if I could find any, because I do consistently get a bunch of fox drinking at this lake, but I don't know where they would rest. And again, that's why when I do guides of any kind, I focus on the drink times, because it's much more obvious where the animals are going to be. Unistrugs time. Have a good rest of the stream. Hopefully all that goes well. I appreciate you hanging out. Have you ever given bow fishing a shot? I have not. I think I'd like to. I saw Dee just uploaded a video doing that fairly recently, but not something I've ever gotten to do. Oh, you meant actual biggins. I see. Do you play Red Dead Redemption 2? I have quite a number of hours in the online version. I never really played the story, though. The plan is, after we finish with Nautica Below Zero, which, by the way, I gotta get that VOD uploaded onto the Flinter channel after the stream, but the plan is, after that's done, for the Sunday streams, we probably are gonna pick up the Red Dead story and do some streams of that. I don't really know what to do. I just realized I'm gonna have to start streaming like a little bit earlier, because once football season starts, I don't want to be streaming over the first hour of the 1 o'clock game, so I'm gonna have to start like 11, I guess, on Sundays here kinda soon. Is it storming near you? I know it was. There's not been any thunder thus far. Fingers crossed, at least if it's gonna storm, that the internet holds up for about 15 more minutes. I do know it's a good story. I've somewhat amazingly avoided... Ooh, that's a max weight one. I've somewhat amazingly avoided spoilers of the storyline, so I don't really know, like, I know how it ends, but other than that, I don't know what happens. Please be the one. Please have tracks that I can follow, actually. Okay, just one fox feeds there. Where is your next track, sir? Okay. We're gonna cross our collective fingers here that this is the one. Very old, so it might be some distance away. Do you ever mess with the vehicles in this game? I'll use a four-wheeler from time to time if I have to, like, do missions. That's about it. Oh, we'll find out real quick. One of these should say run. Okay. The problem is, they're shorter than the brush, so spotting him could be a bit of a struggle. Where is he? Oh, there we go. Please make it. Please make it. Okay. Let's... the wind sucks. My god, we... The fact that we're in single player right now is so dumb. Anything yet? Yeah, good timing. Good timing. Level 9 Fox out ahead of us. Is bow hunting fun in real life? It's one of the most fun things you can ever do. Oh god. I hear an angry wolf. Get out of here. Now's not the time. I want to chase him down into more open area because with the wind being bad and specifically where we were, there was no point even hoping he was going to come back to his zone. I don't even see his next track. We have his rest zone, so like worst case we go to that, but I really don't like resetting the time and relying on especially rest zones. Seriously, where does tracks go? All the hype. My god. Finally got a level 9 to spawn. All this work that we've done. Where is he at? There's a track down that way. I'm not even spotting these wolves. Like, I don't want to get off that fox track for a second. Hello. Oh, that one's very dead. And there's a bunch. That one's also very dead. Welcome to the party, guys. The fox is going to be 12 years ahead of us. If my right click would be less... Rocky, please. Don't do this to me. If my right click would be less broken, that would be nice. How many wolves are up here? That wasn't a good shot. Okay. They're leaving us. Rebecca, thank you so much for the super chat. Best of luck. I'm sure we will need it, but thank you so much. Okay. Get out of here, mean doggos. All these small ones. Ooh, that was a big one. Close to being level 9. Okay, I think I must have spotted something or picked up a track, but very fresh, legendary fox track. Let's continue this. You know what? I thought I had a zone track back there. Maybe I never picked it up, but yeah, now I really, really don't want to rely on time reset. If we have to, we will, but the amount of wolves that we just shot, I'm worried that we could have deleted the zone anyway. What direction did he go in? Did he turn? Or what's going on? What's up, Tux? Good time to roll in? We have a level 9 fox somewhere out here, and I'm not too sure precisely where he's hiding. I thought he ran down the hill. Like, there's a lot of areas in this particular region of the map where they do this kind of stuff. They turn. I kind of like that he's turning. The wind's much better. I don't know, because we're just firing the gun so much, there's a chance that he was spooking and we won't know. But when you lose tracks, what can happen as a positive is you can determine whether or not they're trying to return to their zone, and if they are, once they try to do it once, they always do. If you spook an animal and catch it coming back to its zone but spook it again, it will try to go back to its zone again, so that's good to know. I'm going to leave that marker up there. The Flinglish is real today? It's been there. Single player luck, it is single player, yeah. Ooh. That, it's hard to say. That might have been him trying to go back to his zone, then run again. We'll keep on trying to determine where he's going to go for now. Until we just have a spot where we can see better. I don't, like, he's so little. I don't want to just sit and assume that he's going to show up. No worries, Tux. Later, Matthew. Appreciate you hanging out. Map switch, this isn't Twitch, what do you mean? Finally, these streams were getting so boring. I just hope he makes it. He was 12 to 15 on the estimate, so no indication whatsoever based on that. Should be... oh, he's right there. I'm really not trying to take any kind of on-the-move shot. It's just such a small hitbox to hit, even though I've done it hundreds of times probably on this grind. I'm just not willing to risk anything that can happen. A turn, maybe he runs over a rock and lifts his vitals up a little bit. Not worth the potential negative. The nice thing is, since they move so slow, we have probably many opportunities to do this. Catch up to him and kind of pay attention to where he goes, and hopefully catch him nervous. Now, red fox do... Well, I was going to say that do tend to run really far. He didn't. If I can... He's too close. Let me get him alert here. That's not alert. He's just standing there. Okay. Alright. He's dead. It's a vital hit. He needs to be big enough. Please. Please be big enough. What's diamond for fox? 14. 14 on the nose is diamond for red fox. If you guys... I wish I had a heart rate monitor on screen right now, because if you guys could see the rate at which my heart is beating. Please make it. Oh my god. I hate this grind. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna tax this, and I'm gonna go to the trophy lodge. I want to see what he scores. What is this world? Here's what I'm hoping, right? I'm hoping that is a level 9 fox that's been on my map for a long time. And maybe because I shot him, one that drinks in a place that we spend more time in is going to spawn. Not there. If this is 13.99, I might cry. What's the date? 14th. Red Fox, 13.95. 0.05 from being done. Big male strugs. I wish I was wrong about calling a troll. I saw it, I didn't even want to address it. I was trying to be all positive energy. Blah. Oh, thank you, Eric. I appreciate you, man. Might need a tissue for that one. Well, now I'm really torn. Because I've had that theory for a long time, and I've mentioned it on streams. I felt like there was a level 9 fox on my map. Where would that fox have drank? His feed zone was approximately there. Yeah, say there. He could have drank up here. And, like, I checked these lakes out often. But I didn't see any level 9 fox. It's just that there's a lot of places that a tiny creature like that could drink along here and be missed. And once I'd stopped seeing very many fox at these particular lakes, these two, I really didn't go there that much. This lake, however, I checked a lot. So there's two directions that this could go. That was a new respawn, and spending time in single player is just going to be the same as it's always been. Or he's been drinking up here and he's been here forever, and he's the reason for so many low spawns. Everyone's sad with you. I have to appreciate the fact that you guys were all, you know, cheering for it as well. But I take a break from the grind. In some ways, I'm more determined than ever, to be perfectly honest with you, but that's exactly what my Hirschfeld intro was. Just like that. Easy shot, turn broadside, made the hard shot, 13.9. Anyway, it makes sense to me that the spawns would kind of like be on an average or something, right? That's what Corpse was talking about earlier, where he said he gave me like a strategy. He was saying like shoot all the, I forget, shoot all the medium-sized ones and leave the small ones, so then the average would give you bigger respawns or something. If I'm right though, that's a level 9 fox that's been on my map for a long time, we finally got him off the map. Now it would have been nice if it was a diamond and we could be done, but maybe now, you know, the swamp or, you know, down here in Copper Rock, Rustline Ridge, the areas that we really frequent, maybe a level 9 actual diamond fox spawns there. Flathead, thank you for the super chat as well. Sorry for your loss. It's quite alright. Aren't you internally screaming? I don't have a voice box left to internally scream with. It's spent. Every time that I find a max level animal of a particular species that I've been chasing for a very long time, if there's no guarantee within the score estimate, there's this like thing that goes back and forth, like right as I'm ready to claim it. Because there's almost expected reactions, right? You could have the like disappointment reaction because he doesn't make it, or the relief and like, you know, joy reaction of it making diamond. And I swear it's almost like, what would be a decent analogy? It's like going back and forth. Like, if you could imagine the Wheel of Fortune spinning and every other one is diamond, troll, diamond, troll. That's what's happening in my head. And I'm not even kidding, it landed on troll before I hit it. Like, that was the reaction I was ready to be hit with. And I hit it. Saw the snow, was like, ooh, Medved. I'm just like, ooh, red fox. Strugs. If this is a 12 to 15, it's still a decent one. We'll go try to kill it. I feel so bad. What do you do, man? It's all randomness. It sucks that it was that close. Like, I could actually be more okay if it was 13.8, but like 0.05. The other thing I was going to say, but I wanted to go to the Trophy Lodge and see, with species that are scored off weight or skulls, specifically weight actually, forget about the fact that I said skulls, species that are scored off weight, the trophy rating is not always exactly their weight. So you can get a 13.9 scoring, or a 13.9 weight fox that scores 13.8, or that scores 14. I've shot so many gold red fox that weigh like 9.9 kg, but their trophy rating is like 10.1. 10 is gold. If we could have gotten a high roll on the trophy rating of that one, we were there. So close, but yet so far. I'm trying to remain optimistic in the idea that that was a level 9 fox that's been messing with our spawns, and maybe another one is going to spawn out there. Like, that is the hope. Wow. That one's been busy. Let's see if we can figure out where this one lives. So what do I do now? Do I continue with single player because a level 9 showed up? Or do I go with my initial theory and the reason this stream happened, and look for a diamond fox in multiplayer? Now I really don't know what direction to go in. Speaking of what direction to go in, I don't know where that fox's tracks went, but it's quite alright. Way to keep those positive vibes. Gotta stay positive, or simply put, the diamond fox is not gonna go down. One way or another, regardless of which path I decide to pursue as far as which way to try to get a diamond fox still, time's gonna have to be put in. I'm sure it's not gonna be easy, but being negative about it's not gonna get a diamond to show up on screen. Just gotta be there to do it. This is gonna be a tough shot through the brush. Don't know what we hit, but good enough. Real sorry about that. Like I said, man, it's all a part of the random nature of the game. It wouldn't be much fun if they all made diamond. Admittedly, I'd be much happier if that particular one made diamond, but let's play Second Extinction after to cheer you up. We can do that. Speaking of after, it is 4:59. Maybe we'll... Wow. That's good to know. if I'm bored on Yukon in multiplayer, almost every map seems to have this, where certain zones only have males or females of a particular species. This seems to be a bull-only moose drink zone. So I have to give it a visit. That wasn't even a hard shot. Imagine that. Landon, thank you for the super chat, man. I would actually cry into my girlfriend's arms if only she was here to do such things. I guess that's what the idea of playing Second Extinction together is. Closest thing. What gun are you using on the Fox grind? 243. How do you know which dot you have to use, which distance on the 22? I saw you shoot a duck with it at 350. Okay. I think the Hyperion scope is different. The ranges are different. On the Argus, the mil dots are like exactly 50 meters. So if you're zeroed for 150, obviously the crosshairs, that's your 150. First dot down is 200, second dot down is 250, third dot down is 300, and then it's actually the bar on the bottom of the scope that's 350. Seriously debating on calling off? I should have called off today. Should have been like, nope, too sick to stream. Any upcoming hunting games you're looking forward to? I mean, Ultimate Hunting when it comes out, I'm looking forward to seeing what it is, but that seems to be pretty far away. Got a diamond lion one time, just once. I will say I've had good luck with most level 9 species. Lion included. They're cool though. Imagine not having a melanistic rainbow great one. Who even continues playing this game if they don't have one of those? Anyway, on that note, sadly we don't have a diamond fox to place in the trophy lodge. Just the memories of what could have been with that level 9. But like I said, I think in the grand scheme of things, between finding a level 9 and not finding a level 9 today, finding a level 9, even if it was a troll, was more motivating to me to continue the grind than not finding one at all. So I'm hoping it's just around the corner. Maybe that's a sign. That's technically the first level 9 of the grind. The other 2 troll red fox I've killed, that sucks to say, have been prior to the grind. So fingers crossed. Hopefully there is a level 9 actual diamond fox not too far in the future. But on that note, as always, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support. And thanks for everybody being on the same team as far as hopefully that fox making it. Hopefully next time. So, yeah. Thanks for watching once again, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!